Learning how to make tamales has been a part of our family tradition for many years. In our family, we have been coming together with multiple generations for years to make tamales as a form of our tradition. It symbolizes more than just a meal to our Latin family. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to make tamales, discuss the materials and the ingredients needed. Let's get started by gathering all the materials and ingredients. You will need a stovetop for cooking the meat and steaming the tamales. You'll also need a plastic bag, a medium to large bowl for mixing the masa, a large spoon, a pair of tongs, a knife, a cutting board, some foil paper, and then we'll also need 2 boxes of the 1 pound lard. So we use 2 of those. You'll need some maseca for the masa. You'll need some salt, some chile guajillo, some garlic powder, the cumin, the chicken bouillon, and some Goya seasoning. You'll also need the picnic pork roast. We use the one with the bone in, just a big package of that. And then some chile guajillo, which you'll need to prepare beforehand. So that you will cut open with some knife or scissors. You'll need to clean it out, wash it, drain it, and then you'll boil that. So, and then we'll need also a pack of the husk. We'll get started by preparing the husk. You will need a medium to large pot with also a small pot. You will dump put the husk inside. You'll fill it up with water, preferably hot. Let it sit, preferably overnight, if not about an hour. Also fill the small one with some water so that way they'll sink down and stay completely saturated. Leave that, and then you will move on to making the masa. For the masa, you will need to melt some lard, the whole package of it. You will mix the maseca, which this is a 4 pound bag. And then you will blend that chile guajillo that we cleaned out and we boiled. You will blend that so it gets that consistency with some 4 tablespoons of salt. So you will mix all that together, kind of knead it together until it's nice and soft. You will put it in the bowl, cover it with a bag, preferably leave overnight, if not for about a good hour until it gets solid, and it'll be ready for spreading. We'll move on to making the meat. For the meat, you will need about a large size, also pot. And for that, you will need to have cut the chunks of the pork in small sizes, about that size. You will need to boil that, and that can stay boiled for about an hour. Once that is done, you will transfer it over to our grinder and then grind that together. And it will then be grinded into this consistency. Once that is done, you transfer it over to the pan, and then that's where you'll put the 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of the cumin, 2 tablespoons of the chicken bouillon, and 2 tablespoons of the Goya, and also 4 tablespoons of salt. You will then mix all that together when heated, and then just don't let it stick hard to the pan. Just keep mixing, and then you will get this consistency. Now that we have done the masa, we have done the meat, you will then take a husk. They will be wet, so you will need to drain them. If they are still a little bit wet, just grab a napkin, kind of pat them dry until they're nice and dry. Then you will get your tablespoon, and then you will take about a spoonful of it, place it right in the middle of the husk. You're going to spread from the inside out till it's all fully covered. Make sure that is very important. And then once it's all fully covered, you will then take about a good handful, not a hand, a pinch of meat. And then you will take from the outside of the husk, bring it into you, roll it up. The narrow part of it, you will then fold it down, and then you have your tamal. They're ready to be transferred into the pot, and you make sure that you will fill with water, and it gives the marking in the pot. Get you a wrap to separate the water from the tamales. Then you will put the tamales with the bottom down, fill all of that up. You will grab your bag, put it on top, then with foil paper, place the foil paper around it, secure it, put the top, let this steam for about a good hour, and they are ready to enjoy. So hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial, and maybe this will become one of your family's traditions. Thank you.